Hey, welcome back to Daryl's Digest. First of all, big thank you out there to everyone who told somebody else about this channel the past couple days. I'm sure some of you did. Um, Noah, the youngest here, told me some things the other day that I need to say to you. He said, I need to get you guys to hit that thumbs up button when you watch these. It has something to do with how YouTube evaluates these videos and stuff, channels and stuff, I guess. And then you need to subscribe. And when you do, you got to hit that bell so that it notifies you every time that I put a new one up. And he said you might have to go onto your phone and change some settings so that your settings will notify you on your phone. Okay. Now, I hope y'all had a great Christmas. And you're ready to hear some more stories and talk about the D's. I'm fixing to tell you one about them damn dogs. Okay, there's two D's right there. Okay. Yesterday, the boys and I were supposed to go to my parents for Christmas. Well, we did go. Sorry about that. But let me get back to this story about these damn dogs, okay? One thing that's happened since I've been living on my own again is I run my own schedule, okay? I eat when I want to. I shower when I want to. I sleep when I want to. That's made for some funky schedules. All right. So yesterday on Saturday, I wake up at 5:15 a.m. Okay. Now it's still dark at 5:15 a.m. And so I stumble, fumble, and bumble down the steps. I check my phone just to see what the temperature is outside. It's all of 13. Okay. So now here come the dogs down the steps for their morning yellow snow making and feces bomb deposits. Okay. Now I got a chain out there that I usually put one of them on. Okay. And then the other one waits till the first one's done, and then it gets to go. Okay. Sometimes, and when it's cold like this in the wintertime, I'll just put one on the chain and then let the other one go free to do their business. All right, because I know when it's cold, they usually ain't gonna go nowhere. Okay. Now on this morning, it was cold. I'm feeling kind of lazy. Okay. So I just let them both go. All right. Now, Buddy, he's the old dog. Okay. He's been 10 human years for the last 2 or 3 years. Okay. Now, I understand, supposedly, it's supposed to be 7 dog years for every human year. I don't know what happens to that 7 dog years when the human years stay the same. Someone smarter than me is going to have to help me with that math because I ain't figured it out yet. Okay. So anyhow, out they go. And I head to my chair here to get my first morning hit of nicotine. One of these stogies. All right. Now, Ugly, that little black mutt that I showed you that one day, he usually scratches on the back door when he's ready to come back in. Now, don't ask me why he scratches to come in, because he barks at everything else in the world, okay? I mean, the wind blows, he barks. A bird shits it out in the yard, he barks, okay? But to get back in the house, he scratches on the screen door. Now, Buddy, he barks once, okay? And if he thinks my fat ass ain't moving fast enough, he'll bark again. Once. Then when he really gets impatient with me, he'll start a series of single barks with his pitch getting higher the longer I take. Okay? So it's 5:15 in the morning on December 26th. It's only 13 degrees out there. Out they go. Pretty soon it's 5:30. I better go check, make sure they ain't frozen to a pole with their back leg up in the air. Okay? I go out. I can't see them nowhere. Now it's 5:45. I'll take the spotlight out with me this time. Still no dogs. Now I got this neighbor who has one of them big pickup trucks that are so loud that it rolls you out of bed every morning when it starts. Then when it finally rolls past the house, the windows shake for about 15 seconds. Now he or she, which I've never noticed which it is, usually rolls past the homestead around 6 o'clock. Okay? When it fires up, it's got the roar of like a jet engine taking off. All right, do you understand now? Okay? Well, I figure them two knuckleheads are going to hear that. And I figure, heck, Ugly wouldn't miss the opportunity to bark at it in person like he does in the house every morning. Nope, no dogs. Now, it had snowed during the night, and it was still snowing a little bit. Our township plow usually goes up past our house at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay? Again, the dogs usually grace him with a wonderful musical selection. Not today. Silence. To wrap this up, it's now 9 o'clock. Okay? It takes a couple hours to get to my parents' home. I'm starting to wonder if I should call them and say, hey, we'll just come another day. Then, around 9:25, I finally hear them. Buddy's giving me that one bark command, and Ugly's just a scratching at the door. Ugly is just covered in frozen snow everywhere, sticking on him so he looked like the abominable snowman. The old man's down. I mean, his tired ass is laying on the sidewalk at the bottom of the steps. I'm starting to worry. He gets up slowly, and he struggles up each step. Finally drags himself into the inside, saving Christmas at my parents. Now, Miss Hibb, she told me the other day she don't like to see my neck when I drink this Dr. Pepper. Okay, I must got an ugly neck or something. So here, I'm going to try this for you, Mother Hibb. See if you like this now. You can tell me later. What do you think, Rowdy? Think that'll pass inspection? I don't know. June 26th is my birthday, okay? So usually every December 26th, I kind of stop and check out how I'm doing, okay? Now, it's been a few years since I've written goals down. I don't know if you guys write goals down or not, but I used to, okay? Heck, 1 year ago, I was in the deep in a dark depression. I read the other day where 2 out of 3 people will suffer with depression in their life. So if you are that one lucky one who has never had depression, try this the next time you go for groceries. When there's 2 people near you in an aisle, you can assume they're the 2 that have dealt with depression. During your next meeting at work, instead of taking a power nap, look at the other faces of depression. Also this week, I read about a young woman from New York City who jumped off a boat to her death. She had pre-recorded messages that showed up on her social media accounts the next day about the pain she had been in. Folks, this thing's real. Okay? It's time to stop not talking about it. It's time to start talking about it. Talk to your friends. Talk to your kids. We need to stop losing people in the prime of their life. I want to review my depression with you. Remember, I was sure that twice in my life I had conquered this before. But this last one really shut me down. I mean, I was numb. I didn't have the ability to feel happy or to feel sad. Depression did not equal sadness to me. Depression equaled nothing. So I have started clawing back. I had to try 2 other therapists before I met John. You know, my Monday morning at 9 o'clock. I finally was able to start these about a month or 2 ago. And still the first several were dark and dreary. I was still that bad. Let me see if this can help you understand a little bit better. Think about a long freight train. It's loaded with coal, steel, gasoline, diesel, and lumber. And it's going down a long hill. And it's picking up speed as it goes down this hill. Somewhere going down this hill, there's a Y. Now you can continue to go down the hill without stopping. But if you want to make the left on the Y, the train has to stop. Now think about how hard it is to stop all that weight. All that weight's pushing on those engines as it tries to stop. Okay? Then, as it makes the left, those engines got to pull all that weight back up the other side. So it's depression. For me. Maybe not for someone else. But for me. Okay? runaway, out of control freight train. Just loaded. I had to stop it. He'd stop it before I could turn direction and start the other way. Now, I got to pull all that weight the other way so I can get it to the destination that I want. I hope that makes more sense to you. Sitting under my sun lamp again tonight, because I am really trying to change this time. Okay, there's things I want to do. I've changed the direction of the videos. I hope you can see that. Now, that doesn't guarantee that there won't be another dark, dreary one out there someplace. Okay? But what it means is the train has started to go to a different direction. Now, I've never kind of said anything like this. I've usually tried a different approach. But tonight, if you know someone that you think is kind of in the trap of depression, yet they won't go talk to a professional, get them in contact with me. I'm not a professional. I'm not going to try to act like a professional. All I'm going to try to do is get them to see why they need a professional. You know, I hope that these will help just one person out there. And if they do, I'll be real happy. Hey, till the next time, you keep counting those D's.